All right, guys, huge news coming from Adam Schefter on this Thursday morning. The Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson has, quote unquote, not demanded a trade. His agent, Mark Rodgers, told ESPN. Wilson has told the Seahawks he wants to stay in Seattle, but if a trade were to be considered, the only teams he are going to be willing to play for are the Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears. This is huge news because recently, over the past couple of days, maybe even this week, Russell Wilson has been displaying his anger with the Seahawks organization. Him and Pete Carroll have very different philosophies when it comes to playing football. Pete Carroll, a more traditional, conservative, old school NFL coach, and Russell Wilson is known for wanting to let Russ cook. This has led to a big rift within the organization, leading to both sides becoming increasingly more frustrated with each other. The Seahawks also have not written off the idea of trading Russell Wilson in the same way that the Houston Texans have with Deshaun Watson. While this relationship is obviously more repairable than the whole Deshaun Watson situation, it is something to monitor. Apparently, the Seahawks and Wilson are going to be meeting with each other a couple times this week trying to hammer it out. But in previous times when they've tried to do this, nothing has came about. Apparently, Russell Wilson was even laughed at during a previous meeting before the Cardinals game at the end of the season when he was giving his ideas for the offense. Russell Wilson clearly wants an offense more catered to his abilities and has also been upset about the Seahawks' lack of ability to give him a run game and give him an offensive line, leading to him running for his life every single season. That's also not going to bode well for his durability long term. That being said, as a Bears fan, how can we not be excited about the potential of having Russell Wilson on this team? The Bears are on a short list of teams that he would be willing to play for, and therefore our odds go infinitely up if he is going to be traded. There are only 4 teams, and a couple of these teams I don't think would make the most sense. The Cowboys, I don't think the Cowboys are going to be interested in trading 3 first-round picks for Russell Wilson because they have a quarterback on their roster that they seem pretty excited about already. Dak Prescott is widely loved by the organization and ownership, and loved by the ownership for the Cowboys is a bigger factor than how good you are as a quarterback. So the Cowboys I really don't see as being a major contender. While I do believe the Saints could put together a good trade package, it's hard for me to believe that they would be able to beat out the Chicago Bears if the Bears were interested in Wilson. And with the current quarterback situation, I don't understand how they wouldn't be. The Saints are going to have worse picks than the Chicago Bears over the next couple of years. They have worse pick this year, so it wouldn't make a whole bunch of sense. So then it comes to the Raiders and the Bears. And, I wish that I could stay here and say that the Bears are going to be a much better team than the Raiders are at winning over Russell Wilson, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. The thing about the Raiders that's really going to benefit them is that they are an AFC team. Getting Russell Wilson out of the NFC would be a huge win for the Seahawks if things were going to go south, because then they wouldn't have to see them. The Raiders also can offer a quarterback in Derek Carr in return, which with Pete Carroll at the age that he is, would probably be a big benefit. The real question is, are the Raiders going to be aggressive enough in seeking out a quarterback like Russell Wilson? I know that the Raiders are currently looking to sign Derek Carr to a pretty massive extension, and if that occurs before any of these trade rumors kind of sort themselves out, then they might be off the table as well due to dead cap hits. The Raiders also apparently like Derek Carr a lot more this year than they did last year, and John Gruden, for him to like a quarterback, that's a pretty rare thing. The real question is, would the Seahawks be willing to trade Russell Wilson to an NFC team? And if so, the Chicago Bears make a lot of sense then. They are going to have one of the best picks in this group besides the Cowboys, but truthfully, I don't see the Cowboys being major players. And the Bears are probably the most desperate. They're the only team on this list that doesn't have a quarterback that they feel somewhat confident in going into next season. There's also been some rumors with the Saints that Drew Brees might actually not even retire. So that would be another big negative for the Russell Wilson to the Saints stream. Ultimately, guys, it seems like the Seahawks-Russell Wilson relationship is still repairable. However, this is definitely a situation to monitor, and if the Seahawks do agree to part ways with Russell Wilson, I'm sure the Chicago Bears are going to be right up there with the favorites to land him. All right, guys, really quickly before we continue with the show, we have to let you know that this podcast is supported by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and they obsess over their technology developments. They're trusted by over 2 million men worldwide, and we have an exclusive offer code for our listeners, 20% off plus free shipping using code BEARNECESSITIES, no space, at manscaped.com. Manscaped sent both Reese and I over a bunch of their tools and formulations from their Perfect Package 3.0. And guys, Manscaped is a great company. They wanted us to wait until we try the products to give you guys our honest opinion, and it is a very good product. They have no-nick technology and a little LED light, which helps you get the job done a little bit easier. Both Reese and I have really enjoyed the Lawnmower 3.0 so far, and we're looking forward to trying a lot of their other products. The underwear that they sent us in the box too has been spectacular, and if you guys are into athletics or go to the gym frequently, highly recommend those as well. And guys, really quickly, if you use the same razor on your face as below the waist, guys, that's a little bit nasty. Try to pick up something specifically engineered for that below the waist region with the Lawnmower 3.0. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code BEARNECESSITIES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping using code BEARNECESSITIES at manscaped.com. Make sure you check how to spell that in the description. That's going to support the podcast tremendously. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.